icLAAo, I can't lose. No reality where I lose. Ever. It doesn't exist. Even if I wanted to lose, I couldn't lose. It's 5 a.m. I'm just dreading this morning run today. That's why I just decided to drop this video as I build up the will to go outside in this cold and do it. But the question I want to ask you is, who do you want to be? Who are you, rather? That's even a better question. Who are you? I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were telling me they live in a foreign country, and they were telling me about how, things are so hard over here. If only I was over there, if I was in a better place to have more opportunity, I'd be doing this, I'd be better off, I'd be this. Essentially saying that the reason that they're in the position that they're in is solely because of the situation that they were born into and the place that they were born into. And I told them that that's absolutely false and that's absolutely not the case. Because when people say things like, oh, it's because of this, it's because of that, it's because of outside situations outside of themselves. Anytime that you blame anything outside of yourself for things that are going on in your life, that means you're saying that life is unfair. That's what you're framing it as. That means you're saying that, oh, it's not fair that I didn't get these advantages that other people may have had, or I wasn't born into a place to have more opportunity. Life isn't fair because if I did have that, I would have been something else. False. Because life is extremely fair. There's nothing unfair about life. Life is actually very fair because life is very balanced. You get out what you put in. Life is fair. Everybody is born with their own equal amount of blessings and their own equal amount of hardship. It's equal. Nobody's born with a 70-30. Nobody's born with an 80-20. No matter how bad you think your situation is or how bad your situation was, there's always an equal good to it. That's just life. It's polarity. It must be balanced. So anytime you're in a situation where you feel like, oh, this is a bad situation, or I can't believe this, look for that equally good in the situation because it exists. And I told him, and that's why I asked, who are you? Because you can be one of two people. You can either be a winner or you can be a loser. And the difference is a loser is always going to look at the negative first. A loser is always going to complain. A loser is always going to put blame on outside things that aren't themselves. Give the power to outside things. Oh, it's because of the situation. Oh, it's because my family life was this. Oh, it's because I went through this when I was younger. It's all the same thing, and it's all bullshit. Because the reason that your life is where you're at is because of you. Because other people have hardships. No matter where you are in the world, there are people who are succeeding. There are people who are doing what you want to do. In every continent on this planet. So why are you any different? The difference between losers and winners, like I said, is losers will always focus on the negative. Losers will always focus on what they deem as bad, even though in reality there's nothing such as good or bad in life. It's just things happen and we get to interpret them how we want to interpret them. But losers always focus on negative. They'll always put the blame on other people. But a winner will never even think about negative. In any situation, a winner is going to think, okay, where's the good in this? They're going to look for the good. Because winners understand that there's supposed to be hardship. There's supposed to be struggle. Life is not supposed to be easy. I'm supposed to have disadvantages. So in scenarios where a loser is going to be looking at the negative, a winner is going to be looking at the positive. Okay, I may not live in the best country. We may not have all the resources, but what do we have? What do we have available to me that I can use to succeed? What do we have available to me that I can use to better myself? That's how a winner thinks. And it's all back to, it goes to your mindset, your attitude. That's why I said, who are you? Who do you want to be? Because anybody can choose to be a winner or a loser, and it's a choice. If you're a loser, it's because you chose to be a loser. If you're a winner, it's because you chose to be a winner. The sad thing is that most people in life choose to be a loser because being a loser is easy. Everybody's a loser. Being a loser is average. Being a loser is common. The average person in life is a loser. That doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means you're a loser. Because you chose to be. People get mad if I tell them that you're a loser, but is it my fault or is it your fault that you chose to be a loser? Oh, it's because, see, you're proving my point. Who are you? Are you the type of person who's going to complain and bitch about everything and blame outside events? Or are you the type of person who's going to look for the positive? Let me just give you an example. We have a company. Let me give you an example of something that people would have deemed as negative that's actually, we turned it into a positive. We run a company and we have an employee that was servicing one of our clients' buildings, and apparently he was doing a bad job. So the client called and they said, hey, I mean, for the past 3 times your team member has serviced our building, we weren't happy with the job. We want to cancel your service. After some convincing, she's like, okay, we'll give you guys another opportunity. And we ended up having to fire him, the employee. And this is one of our best guys that we thought. So we were like, damn, that's just crazy. But we turned it into a positive. Because when we talked to the client, you know, we had to go meet with the client, you know, just explain some things, you know, hear her perspective. We actually turned that client into a higher paying client through that conversation. So we're now actually making more money because of what happened. Because we focused on the positive. We weren't focused on, oh, we have to fire this guy. Now we have to go get somebody else. Now we have to retrain somebody. Oh my gosh. No. We focused on, okay, this is what happened. How can we use this situation and turn it into a positive? And that's what we did. Because we're not losers, we're winners. And you can do that for anything in life. Let me tell you another extreme example. My dad died when I was 17. I'm 21 now, so I was at 4 years ago. 4 years ago. Everybody in the world will look at that as a bad thing. And to me, I never looked at it as a bad thing, honestly. It doesn't mean I wasn't sad about it. Doesn't mean I'm happy about it. But I never looked at it as a bad thing. Because I knew in that moment that the amount of drive and energy that I was going to take from this was going to propel me to successes that I didn't even know I could achieve. And I'm well on my way now because I have that fire inside of me that I have to take care of my family because he's not here to do it. So I turned what would look like a negative into a positive and used it to build a 6-figure business at 19. I didn't blame, oh, it's because I lost my dad. That's why I'm a bum today. You know, no, that's loser talk. That's weak talk. And that's not who I want to be. And that's not who I am. The long story short is that we all get to choose who we want to be in this life. And the outcome of your life ultimately depends on you. Because remember, and this is what I want you to remember as the lasting point of this video. Losers always look at the negative in life. Winners don't even think about the negative. Because winners understand the most fundamental concept of life. I don't feel people don't understand this. Winners understand the most fundamental concept of life. And the most fundamental concept of life is that everything must be balanced. Everything. Anything you deem as good has an equal bad. Anything you deem as bad has an equal good. A really good person has a tendency to do really bad things. A really bad person has a tendency to do really good things. Man, woman, black, white, red, blue, sun, moon, night, day. It's all equal. Everything in life has an opposite equal. So whenever a super crazy event happens to you or bad thing happens to you that you deem is bad, like I said, nothing is good or bad in reality. Look for that equal and opposite good and use that good to elevate and be a winner, not a loser. Everybody in life wants to be a loser today. because that's who they want to be. They chose to be that. What are you going to choose to be? Who do you want to be? A winner or a loser? icLAAo. Ever.